I ain't gonna let anyone, no matter what they say or what they think, stop me from doing what I need to do.
Liam Davies!
He got the easy fights, been in the big platforms, whereas I've done it the hard way, fought for free, out of pocket.
Jason Cunningham!
It's a fight that's very controversial, so everyone had their own opinion.
I think I got Khademi overall, probably just nicking the contest, but it could go either way.
Ijaz!
Hopefully we get a good punch in and it disables him for that 10 seconds and I defeat him through knockout.
Welcome back to Telford. It is fight week. It is weigh-in day here in Telford. Thankfully not for me, but there are going to be weigh-ins today for the double British title bonanza on Saturday night on BT Sport, tomorrow night. And we've got a very special guest with me, and we're going to show you a little clip about what this guest is capable of. Have a look at this.
Slow. Fletch, he's got to quicken up. That's a good body shot.
It is a good body shot. He really felt that. There's another one to the body, and he winced when that went in, and he's down on the ropes again, and he simply cannot take the body shots from Jason Cunningham.
In the heavier weights, Fletch.
There's another body shot, and he shakes his head, and he looks to his corner, and I don't know if he's going to beat the count this time. He's going to try and get up, but I think he knows it's over. It is over. And Jason Cunningham defends his European Super-Bantamweight title. The international, IBF international title is also his.
EBU European and IBF International Super-Bantamweight champion, Jason the Iceman Cunningham.
Yes, that's right. The Iceman himself, Jason Cunningham, is here. Jason, what are your memories of that fight? We've just seen you knock out Terry Lacouvia the other week here in Telford.
Good memories. That's all I can say. It were a steady night work for, due to my last few fights. I've had some tough scraps, some tough domestic scraps, and last time out were a little bit different to those. So I'm not complaining, right? But we're back in Telford.
I think your next fight will be a bit more difficult. Your next fight, July 2nd, you take on Sahni, former two-weight world champion, live on BT Sport. What are your thoughts heading into that one?
It's exciting, isn't it? This is the stage I'm at now. Been a long road to get here, and we're a former two-weight world champion. He's been there, he's done it, he's known on these shows. Obviously when he fought Paul Butler, Frank promoted him for a few fights. Like I say, he's been there, he's done it, so full respect to him for that. But I believe it's my time, I'm excited, and it puts me that one step closer to a world title, so I'm going to grasp it.
What are you expecting from him? Do you think he's got much left? Because, in his heyday, when he was coming over here and knocking out Paul Butler, when he was putting on great performances, knocking guys out in record time in Belfast, he was right up there. What do you think's left?
We don't know, but I've got to take it that he's in his prime. I've got a prime Sahni Tete coming at me. If I were to do anything other than that, then I'd be foolish. So I'm taking it. He's in his prime. He's moving up in weight. Is that going to benefit him? I don't know. We'll see. But I've got to be switched on from the first bell to the last bell because, like you said, it's exciting. But I found myself, it's exciting. He's got that punch power as well. The only thing I will say is that I'm not a little flyweight, bantamweight. So we'll just see what he brings to the table on the night. And obviously from round 1 to round 12, if it goes that far, I'll assess it as it happens.
Do you think you can stop him? I mean, we've seen him stopped on these shores. Jean-Real Casimiro down at a lighter weight. It was down at bantamweight, and it was quite a beating he put on him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't go out there looking for it, do you? I mean, obviously, I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling good at super bantamweight. It's always been my weight division. My last few fights, I'm dropping people here, there, everywhere as well. So I'm feeling good. He has been found out in the past, especially with Casimiro, of quitting, if you like. So whether it's there or what he has got left, we'll see. But one thing we are going to find out is, you know, I'm happy to dog it out. So if it comes to that, we'll see if he's got the art.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we talk about this weekend's show, I'd like you to pretend that man there is actually Zolani Tete. Down the lens, what have you got to say to Zolani Tete if he's watching?
On the spot, David put me on the spot there, haven't you? Zolani, I'm going to fill you in. I'm going for world title, and that's that. You bring what you've got. It is what it is. Let's do it, Dev.
That's a lovely message.
Message. On spot there, Dev. But yeah, that's Zolani. I'm coming for you.
Yeah. To be fair, that was quite good, considering, I hadn't told you that we were going to do that, and you essentially told him you were going to fill him in.
Yeah.
What more do you want? What more do you want? Who's going to fill who in Saturday night on BT Sport? They are Marc Leach and Liam Davies are fighting for your old belt, British title, which Marc Leach has won. It's his first defence. How do you see this one going?
Good fight, very good fight. Obviously, I've known about Leach for a long time. Very, very awkward customer. Obviously, Davies is all guns blazing into. He's going to be. It's in his own, his own town, Telford. He's going to want to impressing people. Obviously, the Lonsdale belt's up for grabs, which is a prestigious belt. It's the most beautiful belt in boxing. But he's got to watch he don't fall into the same trap that Chris Bourke did, for me. You've got to be a bit more smarter with how he approaches it. Don't come out all firing on all cylinders. Be interesting to see. It's a good fight, but it'll be like a bull matador if he's there all night long running at Leach. So be interesting to see what his tactics are and how he comes through it. So, yeah, good luck to both men. It's a good fight. It's 50-50.
Look, Marc Leach seems... it feels like he's got a bit of Jason Cunningham about him. Not how he fights, but in terms of the story. Yeah. He's one of these underdogs who now seems to be coming good, never had the big promotional backing, and now suddenly he's headlining on BT Sport. Yeah. Is he a man after your own heart?
Well, like you've just said, it's very, very similar with me and him, where we've both come from the small shows. We've had to build his way up, ticket sales, this and that, and he's got his breakthrough now, like I had mine, and it does fill you with confidence. You're getting those wins, you keep going up the pedestal, if you like, getting higher and higher, and then you're thinking, well, what's next? You don't want it to end. Like for Zolani Tete, this is not ending for me. I've got this far now, and I'm in touching distance for a world title, and it's like I'm not having this, this end for me now. He's been there, he's done it for me. I'm hungrier than ever. It's the same for Marc. And he'll be looking at, like, from this. Well, yeah, he wants to win that British title outright, but then there's a European, there's a world. Fact of the matter is, boxing's a short career in the long run. It's a short career, and you've got to get out of it what you can as well. So financially, he's going to want to try and get the bigger paydays if he can.
He's a puzzle, right? Marc Leach is a puzzle. We've seen Chris Bourke couldn't crack the code. Kes Ashfaq couldn't crack the code. It may be a future fight for you, depending on how everything pans out. Yeah. How would you go about cracking the Marc Leach code?
Well, I'm not going to break it down on camera, but I'd be a lot more... it'd be a tactical game, wouldn't it? Obviously, sometimes like games of chess, I've got a good boxing brain myself. I won't be charging him, that's for sure, anyway. Running into the traps he sets. So... be a lot smarter approach from me. Whether that's boring, so be it. If I win, that's all that counts. So you've just got to take it as it comes. You're not out to please everyone all the time, and maybe a fight like with Leach is what it'd take. So it'd have to be a disciplined performance.
And what about Liam Davies then? He's the bigger man heading into this fight. His father, his trainer, as you'd expect, are very confident. They think that once they hit Marc Leach is going to know all about it.
Yeah.
How would you prepare for someone like Liam Davies, and how much chance has he got? He's the underdog on Saturday night.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, as well? Obviously, with Leach, no one say how he reacts, how he copes in trouble. So, obviously, Davies sees himself as a puncher. Be interesting to see. So they're very confident on that front, but you can't go in there expecting that and be overconfident. Like I say, for me, you've got to have a bit more of a smarter approach and a disciplined approach. But listen, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a pick and fight. It's a clash of styles as well. So it'd be good to see. I think for Davies, he's got to use that long reach and use his height and his reach advantages. But don't rush into things. He's got to set things up. So yeah, it's a good fight.
What about the chief support then? It's Quaise, Khademi, Ijaz, Ahmed. It's the Trilogy bout.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts heading into this one?
Well, do you know what? I've just been talking to a few people around about that, and I've not actually seen any of the first two fights. I've just been told that the last one, it weren't actually televised, but apparently it were a barnstorm. It were a brilliant fight, so obviously I'll be tuning into that. Again, there's a British title for grabs, and this is obviously the third time round, isn't it? So one man is going to want to take that title home tomorrow night. So for me, I'm looking forward to it. obviously from a boxing fan point of view as well. Everyone likes to tear up, so yeah, it'd be good to see if it brings action that it did in the last fight, and hopefully one man gets to take that Lonsdale bet home tomorrow night. But we'll see.
That's it. It's also a final eliminator for the Commonwealth title, currently held by a certain Prince Patel, who I'm sure you are familiar with.
Yeah.
What do you make of the Prince, and do you think these boys are going to get the chance to get in with him?
Well, he's a controversial character. He does come across like that. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but what's the word? Any publicity is better than no publicity, I suppose, isn't it? So he's got his name out there, which is the main thing. And obviously, if these boys come through with Queensberry, BT Sports, he's going to get himself on a good platform, isn't he? So surely that's win-win for everyone. There's more belts involved, even for Prince Patel. And yeah, it's good to have these characters in boxing, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Well, talking about characters in boxing, we actually head over later on Saturday night to a Don King promotion. Daniel Dubois gets his shot at WBA World Heavyweight Champion Trevor Bryan. I'm sure you've been following the career of Daniel Dubois. What do you make of this fight and his chances heading into it?
Very impressed. Obviously, he's with the McGuigans now as well, into Shane McGuigan. This is his chance. Obviously, after the Joyce defeat, he's ended up getting the world title shot first. So it's there for him to grasp. He's going to open up to bigger domestic fights as well down the line. Obviously, Joyce is on the Wembley bill with myself. It's a good fight. He's got to go out there and grasp it at that moment.
What about yourself then, heading into this Wembley fight? You are sharing a bill with Joe Joyce. There's Callum Johnson against Igor McCalkin. It's a really good show.
It's big, isn't it? It's big, and obviously for a kid from Doncaster, a little, well, we're a city now, little city known as Doncaster, for me to be at Wembley Arena and headlining, it's special, especially considering where we've come from 2 years ago. I've ended up with Frank. It's been a good year. It's been a good year to say the least, but it's not stopping there. I'm going to grasp the moment. I believe I've earned the right to headline that stage, and it's only going to get better from here.
I've seen you doing a lot with young Dennis McCann. You seem to be sparring him every week at the moment. How's that all going?
Good. To be honest with you, with Dennis, you get the go on that sharpness, razor sharp. I rate him, really rate him. Good kid. Then I've got Max Hughes, IBO world champion as well. The opposite side of the scale, obviously working on the inside a bit more. I'm getting perfect preparation for this. I'm covering every little basis I can do. I highly rate Dennis, definitely one to watch out for. Max has obviously been there and he's done it himself. But for me personally, with the work I'm getting, I'm going to be more than ready for Zolani Tete.
Yeah.
So
look, it's one we're really looking forward to. Tell me, these boys then, fighting for your old belt, you're obviously going to be watching it. Are you going to be analysing them? Are you looking at them as like, maybe they will be future fights?
Yeah. Right now, no, because my full focus is on Zolani Tete. I always say that unless I'm against one of these boys, then I will do, and I'll be looking back on these fights. I'm watching it from a fan's point of view in interest because we're in the same stable and stuff. But in terms of analysing all that, no, I've got one focus, and that's Zolani Tete. Let me take care of him first, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, well, I know these boys, we're probably going to bring them in for little interviews, and really they should thank you for vacating the belt, because it's made fights like this possible. Well,
they could do, but it's probably not going to be like that. It might be opposite side of things. They're probably going to be calling me out here and there, but it's all good. It's all good.
Liam Davies, obviously the home fighter, despite being the challenger. What sort of difference will that make? I'm sure you've gone into fight. Well, most of your career you've been the away fighter, right? What's that like going into someone else's hometown?
I think Marc will be like me, where he don't bother me. It's straight over my head. I think he's a pretty cool character, and it's what's at stake that counts. End of the day, there's two men in that ring. Yeah, it's down to the two men in that ring. Nobody else. Yeah, that may spur him on if the rounds get tough and you've got that crowd roaring you on. Yeah, it may help him there, but I believe Marc will be a bit too. It won't affect him, basically. It won't affect me. I just crack on, and it is what it is. Like I say, it's me and him in there, and that's that. So I don't think it'll make a difference. Whether it spurs Liam on that bit more, possibly, but. Yeah, we'll see.
We shall see. What about occasions like today? Obviously, before every fight, you've got to have a weigh-in, you've got to have a little face-off, you get to come face-to-face, you tend to just be in your pants when that's happening. Sometimes it's all a bit awkward. But, I mean, how do you approach these weigh-ins? Can you take anything away from the way the fella looks at you and things like that?
You can do, yeah. Yeah, you can do. Like I said, I think I said that last time when I boxed Terry, you can just see in the eyes. They're obviously out looking whether they're confident. You can see a lot through the eyes.
Can you really? You can tell whether
if I give somebody a mean stare, then I can see whether they're a game or they're not game. Or you can take a lot away from it. That's That's it.
I mean, you give.
And obviously, you see him face to face, don't you? You see him face to face. You see how they're looking at the weight as well. That is another thing. How they're looking at the weight.
Yes.
So there's a lot to take away from it. And only like it's that last day before the fight before you get in there and do it. So it's nice to get this bit out of the way, go and refuel, fill your belly a little bit, and then there's only one thing left to do.
I've only ever seen you, because you are the Iceman, I've only ever seen you give like a steely, icy stare. Have you ever varied that? Have you ever gone for a little... I've seen Tyson Fury like, pinch nipples and all sorts of stuff. Like, what, are you a nipple pincher?
No, each to their own, each to their own. You got to watch what you say when it comes to that. So yeah, each to their own on that one.
Each to their own. Well, look,
not for me. I'd want to just stare into their eyes and see what's what, and that's that. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Confirmed so far. We have a message down the camera from Jason Cunningham to Sahni Tete. We've also got confirmed that Jason Cunningham does not pinch nipples, and now we're going to head over to Thomas.
And one other thing, if Sahni is still in his prime, and I've sent this message to him, I'm going to be looking for you, Dev, during first round, going,
no,
Dev, oh dear, Dev, what have you done? What have you done? But I don't think that's going to be the case.
We shall see. July 2nd, do not miss it. Let's head over to Thomas Triber for the official weigh-in.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to the official weigh-in as we get set for Fight Night Live, a great night of championship boxing to be held tomorrow at the Telford International Center. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, 32 Red, Foot Asylum, and Unibet. This great event will be televised live beginning at 7 p.m. local time on BT Sport. And if you can join us at the Telford International Center, you can purchase tickets there or through ticketmaster.co.uk. Well, we are going to begin the weigh-in process with our main event. It is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for the British Super-Bantamweight Championship. We will first welcome to the scale the challenger. He comes to us from Donington, Telford, Shropshire. He has a professional record undefeated with 11 wins. 5 of his 11 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the scale Liam Dangerous Davies.
Liam Davies now taken to the scales. This is the British title fight that he's been longing for his whole career. It's a hell of a belt, isn't it, Jason?
8 stone, 9 pounds, 7 ounces for Liam Davies.
How does he look to you, Jason?
We now welcome to the scale the defending champion from Salford, Lancashire. His professional record consists of 18 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw. 4 of his wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending British Super-Bantamweight champion, Marc Livewire Leach.
Nice ovation here for Marc Leach, the British champion, first defence of his crown here in Telford.
8 stone, 9 pounds, 4 ounces for Marc Leach.
Yeah, they're both up for that weight as well.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see the face-off. I mean, Liam Davies is a bigger guy, so he's just put his trainers on. Wonder if Marc Leach will do the same thing. Do you ever, well, what do you normally go for? Are you a barefoot or are you a trainer kind of guy when it comes to this?
Back on it,
yeah.
Yeah.
Could all do with that, mate. But here we are. I do think we'll hear... I'm not sure we'll get any real fireworks, but we shall see. You never know here. He's got a lot of fans in the building, as Liam Davies.
Well, this is his moment, like saying, his hometown for British title as well, so it's a big occasion for him.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this our main event tomorrow night, live on BT Sport. 12 rounds scheduled for the British Super-Bantamweight Championship.
can see Liam Davies, Marc Leach. It's a big one tomorrow night. We're going to grab a quick word first with the champion. Just grab a quick word, Liam. Marc, how are you feeling? What did you see when you looked into his eyes? When you looked up into his eyes, by the way, there is a bit of a height difference there.
No stranger to height. You know, I've been getting the sparring, the tall sparring, so nothing new to me. I've been fighting for years, seen it before, done it. So yeah, bring on fight night now.
Did he say anything to you up there? It seemed quite intense.
Bring it, let's go. So you know, I'll be ready for our 12 rounds. So let's go.
This is your second fight as a full-time boxer. Did it feel any different up there? Did you feel better?
Every fight's the same, you know. The past 2 fights, so you know, camp's been good. You know, because I've been able to work, so been getting the rest and the recovery, which is key. And yeah, you know, I'm going to show everyone how much I've improved in my last fight as well. So yeah, bring on tomorrow now.
There's a man there that used to own that belt, Jason Cunningham. Jason, do you want to ask Marc Leach anything?
How do you see it going tomorrow, Mark?
Good 12 rounds, you know. I'm ready for our 12 rounds, but yeah, I'm going to get the decision. So that's all that matters at the end of the day, you know, weight corner and whatnot. You know, I'm no stranger to that. I'm used to it now. So yeah, bring on fight night.
Final message, Marc, to your fans and everyone that's going to be tuning in on Saturday night.
Yeah, don't miss it. It's going to be a good fight. You know, thanks everyone coming down and watching and supporting. Yeah, watch me bring this belt back to Salford.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Marc, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mark.
Let's grab a quick word with Liam Davies, the challenger here in Telford on Saturday night. Let's jump in the middle. Liam, what did you see when you looked down into his eyes? Because there is a size difference.
Small man, yeah. He's small, a lot smaller than me. And like he says himself, he's a bantamweight maybe, isn't he? So I'm a fully blown super bantam, and tomorrow night I'm going to be a lot bigger than super bantamweight. So one day away now, can't wait.
I was speaking to Jason, and Jason said that he can see whether someone's confident or not when he's facing off with them. Could you see anything in Marc Leach's eyes? Could you take away maybe he's not that confident? What did you see?
He doesn't look a very confident person to me. He doesn't talk himself up, and that's all irrelevant anyway. But yeah, I just see another man in front of me, and like I've said before, it's going to take more than one man to stop me getting what I want and what I feel I deserve. So one day away now, and can't fucking wait.
I think you can swear on a Queensberry stream. I'll have to have that confirmed to me. Jason, you vacated this title. You've allowed, of course, you know, Marc Leach went and won it, and now Liam Davies is challenging for it. Any questions for Liam here?
May as well same question. How do you see it going?
I see me coming out with a knockout, banging myself back on the scene, because I've been out since November, and on your tail.
I said it all be coming for you, but yeah, it's all good, boys. Keep it going. Good luck.
No, respect.
Yeah,
cheers.
Man.
Is that the plan? Is he in your sights a little bit?
I am for everyone, aren't I?
Of course he is. He's got the belt, hasn't he? So all that's in my sight at the minute is Marc Leach. But once I'm done with Saturday night, of course, this is the man I want, because he's got the gold, and yeah, nothing against him. But when you've got it, I'm coming for you.
It's an healthy division. It's an healthy division, Queensberry. So all these fights are there, aren't they? That's the thing. So I say he's got his, one eye on that job tomorrow. He's got to come through that first. Same with Marc. May the best man win, and then it's all there for the future.
Well, your final message then, Liam, for everyone that's going to be tuning in, all your fans, and how much does it mean to you to win this belt on Saturday night? Tell us.
Yeah, I want to big up everyone that's brought tickets, that's coming tomorrow. The belt's here in Telford, and trust me, it is not leaving tomorrow night.
Best of luck to you, Liam. Thanks very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
And now we're back to Thomas Treiber.
Yeah, thank you. All the best, Chef.
In a scheduled 12-round contest, it will be for the vacant British Super-Flyweight Championship, and it is also a final eliminator for the Commonwealth Super-Flyweight Championship. We will first welcome to the scale from East Ham, London. His professional record, 8 wins, just 1 defeat, 1 draw. 2 of his 8 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jason Cunningham. 8 stone, 2 pounds, 9 ounces for Quaise Khademi. We now welcome to the scale from Birmingham, West Midlands. His professional record, 10 wins, just 2 defeats, 1 draw. 1 win comes by way of knockout. Let's welcome to the scale, Ijaz Jazzy Ahmed.
Tomorrow night, we'll have to see. We will have to see. How does he look, Jason?
Just waiting for an announcement away for a start. Socks have come off, so he must be tight, that's it.
Same as his opponent, 8 stone, 2 pounds, 9 ounces.
So we had to jump off it and get back on. Is that, could it be maybe too many people on the stage?
No,
or
he's there. Just obviously where his scales he's using compared to official scales might be slightly different, I don't know, but just to take the socks off, it's not much difference, is it?
I do think we might get some fireworks here.
Yeah, they both look calm and relaxed. Like I said, they know one another, don't they? They've been in there twice as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I say, there's a Lonsdale belt for grabs, so everything to go for.
I think that in years to come, these boys will be having plenty of drinks together, plenty of dinners together. They'll be good mates. I mean, they already know each other so well. But there'll be certainly no friendship tomorrow night.
So they're both going for trainers again now.
Yeah.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tonight live on BT Sport in a scheduled 12-round contest for the vacant British Super-Flyweight Championship, and it is a final eliminator for the Commonwealth Super-Flyweight Championship.
He's got right in his face here.
He's edging forward. Security has pulled them apart.
Bit of needle. Bit of tension there between them both.
It's a very intense.
That carries into tomorrow night.
I think it will. It's a very intense face-off. These are two very intense guys, and and we'll have a quick chat with them once they've done their photos. Let's grab Ijaz Ahmed first. Ijaz, come in. This is it. This is fight number 3. Is this the final part of your kind of fight trilogy with this man? Are you going to put it to bed?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to put it to bed and going to put him to sleep as well. Hopefully we get that stoppage as well. Just going to do what we've been working on in the gym and get the victory.
He got very close. It got very intense in that face-off there. I was speaking to Jason. Jason says you can tell whether a fighter's confident or not. Could you tell anything from that face-off? Was it any different to the previous times?
No. He's scared. He's having to do these things to try to get under my skin, and it ain't gonna work. I know what I gotta do, and that ain't gonna stop me from doing my thing. And I'm gonna come out of that ring with that belt around my waist.
Well, that belt, this man used to own a super-bantamweight version. Jason, any questions for Ijaz Ahmed here?
Well, I'm intrigued. I'm looking forward to the fight myself. Bit of needle there between them both. I've heard the second fight a bit of a war. Do you see it going that way tomorrow night, and that's going to carry in, or have you got different ideas?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on what kind of game plan he comes out. I mean, it all depends on that. So we just gotta. When I do go in there, I just take it out how it goes, and I put the pressure on him.
You've had your hand raised once already, haven't you, as well? So there's that side of things as well, and there's a British title at stake, so yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm confident I'm going to get that victory. I defeated him the first time. I actually defeated him the second time, but they've given it a draw. But this time, I'm just going to put it to bed, like.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you so much for joining us, Ijaz. We're going to grab a quick word with Quaise Khademi. Good luck to you tomorrow night, sir.
Good luck.
Let's bring in Quaise Khademi. Quaise, how you doing? You all good? Got quite intense up there, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, hype up the fight as much as we can. Obviously, it's a fight. We both, you know, it's a trilogy. We both don't like each other in a way, and we've shared the ring between us 2 times already. So the third time we both want to improve as bad as each other and get a British title as bad as each other as well. So,
do you think this one will be different? This fight?
Yeah, definitely be different. I'm going to come out unanimous. That's how I'm coming as, and that's how it's going to be different. It's going to be, he won't touch me. So, I promise you that.
He believes he's going to knock you out.
He's knocked out no one. And a journeyman that had no, you know what I'm saying, that probably had no wins, and I don't even know if he got paid to get dropped like that. You know what I'm saying? So he hasn't knocked out no one officially. I mean, he hit me with the most cleanest shot in the first fight, in his second fight. I mean, that's all he's, and he hasn't hurt me apart from his head. So. Well,
Jason's a former British champion. You're fighting for this vacant British belt. Any questions for this man here?
If I quite heard right, he said he's not going to hit you. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that to me says he's coming out a different approach, a bit more boxing skill maybe towards it. Yeah,
it's gonna be like a dance with the star. I'm just gonna make him chase me. I'm gonna make him, you know, chase me around and make him off his game. Make him, you know, just put him off his own focus.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Just a bit more smart, casual approach to it.
Yeah.
How do you see it ending? Do you see it going the distance?
My main focus is to win the fight unanimously. But if we get a stoppage, but I'm not focused on that. Main focus, hit and not get hit.
That's it, fair play. Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it, Casey. Thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck to you tomorrow, sir.
Thank you.
Well, let's head back over and join the weigh-in.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow night live on BT Sport in a scheduled 8-round contest in the super lightweight division.
Ethan James in action tomorrow night. BT Sport, 8-0 now. Ethan James, former Commonwealth Youth Gold medalist. He'll be backing himself to get past Lee Connolly. Lee Connolly's been in with some of the best. He's been in with pretty much everyone. Have you had a go on Lee Connolly?
No, he boxed Andy Town anywhere in my gym. He's, like I say, he's been in with them all. He's been on the circuit a long time. He's a nice kid. He's from our neck of woods as well. But he's there, be there to give a test.
Competing tomorrow night in a scheduled 8-round contest. In the light
fight that we were expecting, of course, was Ethan James against Conor Parker. For whatever reason, that fight has unfortunately fallen out of bed, and I think they were sort of scrambling around to try and replace Conor Parker, and they landed on Lee Connolly. Hopefully, the Conor Parker can be rescheduled at some point, as that was a very intriguing fight. Now, this guy's quite interesting. You may recognise the name. Lennox Clark, the British super middleweight champion, has one draw on his resume, and that's to this man here. So there's something going on, and obviously Willie Hutchinson's going to be the man boxing him. Willie Hutchinson's bouncing back from a defeat to Lennox Clark, and let's see if he can do a better job on this fella than Lennox Clark did.
Well, like you said there, if he's going to draw against him, the British Commonwealth champion, then he's not to be underestimated, is he? He's not to be taken lightly. He looks quite strong, just with his presence. So,
next to the scale.
Yeah, Willie's first fight back is this as well,
yeah? His professional record, 13 wins, just 1 defeat. 9 of his 13 wins by knockout. Here is Willie, the Hutch Train Hutchinson.
The return of Willie Hutchinson, Scotland's only ever amateur world champion, 14 months now out of the ring, bouncing back from that loss to Lennox Clark down at super middleweight. He was challenging for the British and Commonwealth titles, and now he's back at light heavyweight. He says, don't call me the Hurricane anymore, call me the Hutch Train. The Hutch Train is back, and he plans on running through the light heavyweight division, and I guess he can make his first statement Saturday night at the Telford International Centre. He looks in good spirits.
He's singing away there, so he's definitely relaxed and happy.
He's a character, Willie Hutchinson.
So maybe it was a weight issue beforehand. 14 months out. He's got a chance to announce himself again tomorrow night.
Well, he's gone away. He was with Dominic Ingle, and he was part of that camp. He's taken himself away from that. He's training in Spain now under the tutelage of Mirko Wolf. So he's really changed everything up. He tells me he had a lot going on in his personal life heading into that fight with Lennox Clark.
Yeah.
And this may be a new Hutch train. What's it like in terms of, this is his first fight back after a defeat? What's it like bouncing back?
Well, like I say, it's his first defeat as well, isn't it? So he'll ask a lot of questions of himself tomorrow night and answer a lot of them. Like I say, he's a world amateur champion, so his skills, the skills will be there. It's down to him just to put things right and get back in on track tomorrow night and re-announce himself as well. Obviously in a new weight division, like you said, so maybe that are an issue with the weight. Personal problems, that also has a lot of things outside the ring, stress, stuff like that. So yeah, be interesting to see how he gets on tomorrow night.
Have you ever gone into a fight where your head's not completely right, Jason?
No, there's not many as meticulous as me. I'll switch myself off and strip myself off away from all that. But
has that always been the case? Throughout your whole career, you've always been meticulous?
Yeah, you've got to be. Yeah, there's not many like me. There's not many who come to the fights and they bring the microwave and the fridge. But I like them going on holiday when I come here. I've got every appliance apart from a washing machine, I think. But you've got to be. I mean, I do that. That's just what works for me. Yeah. I like everything key. I like my routine and stuff like that. All fights are different, and you look at people's mental strength and how they deal with things. I'm quite strong mentally. I can block things out and put things aside because I know what's counts.
You're the Iceman.
Well, you've just said it there. Maybe that's why they call me Iceman. I don't know, but yeah, everyone deals with things differently. So obviously the things in his personal life I've got through him previously. Obviously he's all right today. He's singing and dancing down there. So behind him he can start again tomorrow, start afresh.
Exactly that. He seems in good spirits. And the man we're about to see on the scales is Muhammad Ali. I mean, if you got that name, Jason, there's going to be plenty of pressure on you, isn't there?
There is.
As he smirks, because he's heard me make this joke 400 times now, so he's sort of faking a smile. This guy, 2016 Olympian Muhammad Ali, he hasn't really got going yet as a pro. He's been out for a year or so with injury.
Yeah.
His chance to really kickstart things, right?
Definitely. He's got the platform here, hasn't he? BT Sport tomorrow night as well with Queensbury, all eyes watching. So this is his chance, to really try and get things going.
I was speaking to Pat Barrett earlier, and he tells me he had Muhammad Ali in camp for Zelfa Barrett, and the sparring was electric, sensational, and really, he told me he didn't really need many sparring partners because he had Muhammad Ali and he had him doing all different styles.
Yeah, it's right. If you've got that work, like I say, for mine, I've been using Dennis recently and Maxi. Either one of those I could use for the rest of my camp because it's quality work. So, they obviously speak highly of him and rate him. So we'll see tomorrow what he brings.
And now you can tell everyone, you can tell all your friends, all your family that you've commentated over a Muhammad Ali weigh-in. Tell them all. Tell them, Jason.
I've commented over a Muhammad Ali weigh-in.
Is that a trainer getting a selfie on the stage? You got to love it, haven't you?
Listen, like I said, when Terry come over, he was like an holiday for him, weren't he? So he made the most of it.
Maybe there's something about Telford. All these away fighters are lapping it up.
They love Telford. You've got Nando's up road, you've got an abseiling me, so it's all going off in Telford. But no, the fact of the matter is, when it's all said and done with boxing, even with myself, it's all memories. So you remember going to these different areas in country and stuff, and all the events, the weigh-in, the press conference building up, so you've got to take it all in and enjoy it, because once it's all said and done, it's gone, it's just memories.
Ever done a selfie on the stage before, Jason?
No, but we can have one there. We'll have one before we go. I've ticked that. I've done the Muhammad Ali away, and I've also ticked off a selfie on the stage.
There you go.
Today's a good day in Telford.
A great day for Jason Cunningham. Jordan Ellison now. This is another one of these.
Yeah, he's another one who's been around, and obviously it can cause some upsets as well if you're not switched on. What's the word? If you're not up to it, he'll smell out a rat. If he smells a rat, he'll come in and he'll expose you.
He doesn't get stopped that often as well. You have to be a good fighter. You have to have something about you to stop him. I think Sam Noakes, Mark Chamberlain, heavy hitting lightweights have been able to get the job done.
Definitely, like I say, if you're not up to it, he'll suss you out and he'll take advantage of it.
Former Team GB man Callum Thompson, trained by Joe Gallagher. I haven't seen Joe here, but I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's knocking around. This will be fight number 4 for Callum Thompson Saturday night.
9 pounds 8 ounces for Callum Thompson.
They call him the Tank, and I think you can see why.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's built for it. obviously he's in a good stable as well with Joe Gallagher as well. There's Callum boxing on my Billington as well at Wembley. Talks obviously Paul Butler as well. He could possibly talking him in a new fight, aren't they? So everything's going off in his camp. If you're around success, obviously success breeds success. So.
Hey, look, Inoue might be going up. He might be sniffing around a bit of Jason Cunningham at some point. How about it?
Well, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? We'll see. Not that one to go.
4-round contest in the lightweight division.
So Callum Thompson, Jordan Ellison in action tomorrow night at the Telford International Centre. I'll tell you what, that lightweight division though, he's a lightweight obviously. When you got Sam Noakes, when you got Mark Chamberlain, that's just in the Queensbury stable. Look over at Boxer, they got Adam Azim who's pulling up trees over there. There's a promising future for this country in the lightweight division.
Max Wabi, he was on my doorstep, a friend as well. It's a very, very good decision.
To his credit, let's welcome to the scale, Richard Hill. 10 stone, 6 pounds, 2 ounces for Richard Helm.
Richard Helm taken to the scales. He'll be in action against George Bantz.
Next to the scale,
he's never been stopped, Richard Helm. In fact, I checked Boxrec, Jason, and I believe he's actually got 3 fights scheduled after Saturday. So I don't think he's got any intention of getting stopped tomorrow night.
No, so they've got every confidence he's going to get through all those and get on to another payday. Obviously for him, a stoppage would stop his wages for a month, won't it? So he does not want that.
Very well organised though, the fact that he's got his next 3 fights sort of lined up after this. But George Bantz will be looking to stop him, I'm sure, and sort of ruin those plans a bit.
Yeah, when you're prospect coming through, you always like to trying to make a statement. I can always remember when I boxed Delroy Spencer, bless him, from Midlands, been around block, he must have been 40 odd year old. And I went out there, threw absolutely everything at him, bless him, trying to stop him, and I couldn't get him out of there.
It happens. Yeah. Some of these guys, they can even stand up to the Iceman.
Yeah.
Do
you know what? It's hard when you think of this journeyman game. You've got to be smart about it. You can't, take too much fish, you're going to punch drunk, or
once again, ladies and gentlemen,
your career's not going to last. So there's a lot more to it than what people think. You've got to be able to survive, tie up, work your way around there. So it's not an easy job.
Well, that's the purpose, isn't it? Of a lot of these journeymen, they're there to test you, to see if you can think differently. And it's an achievement to get some of these guys out there when all they're doing sometimes is just covering up, or they're roughing you up, and they're doing this, they're doing that. What do you make of our man George Bantz? He's been referred to mainly by me as Atherstone's answer to Canelo Alvarez.
Well, that's some praise. So there'll be another one I'll have to keep my eye on, definitely.
From Chinandega, Nicaragua. His professional record, 8 wins, 10 defeats, 1 draw, 4 of his 8 wins by knockout. Here is Angel El Cohete Gomez.
Angel Gomez now taken to the stage. That's the, I think that's the selfie-taking manager with him. He'll be up there. He'll be around it.
His phone's out ready. He's on scales.
Wait, we're multicam today. Look at this.
9 stone, 9 pounds for Angel Gomez.
He'll be taking on Willow Hayden. Willow Hayden, you may have heard of him. He's an Irish amateur star. He's just walked past you, Jason. And this fella, he was brought in to spar Conor McGregor several times when Conor McGregor was being a boxer, sparring this fella.
It's a phone call. So I've been for your first boxing fight,
He's like all matey with Conor McGregor. He's always at that Black Forge that they all drink at. Obviously, water for this man. Yeah, drink it.
Yeah, there's no proper 12 and all that. Like all the whiskey. I'm just watching this other guy here to see if he's taking another selfie on stage. You've got me watching him now, but that's a phone call to get off Conor McGregor himself.
No, that's good. I'm sure he will be watching.
To keep an eye on.
100%. He won almost everything there was to win as an amateur at a certain level in Ireland, a bit of an Irish amateur star, and now turning over. In his last fight, he got his first stoppage, and he'll be looking to keep that trend continuing. Can you remember your first stoppage, Jason?
My first stoppage, it's been a while, but do you know what? My first few stoppages were retirements, so they actually retired on the store. I had a few like that.
So sort of like a Lomachenko type, they just didn't want it anymore.
Yeah, they just had enough, so...
Once again,
fair enough, that's that easy night work, you go home, but they retired them.
International Lightweight
There's a selfie, man.
Oh,
I mean that's in main shot. I would have thought our selfie
He's
taking
got
friend.
better photo shoots going off there
He
than actually Queensbury photographers.
Yeah, I actually might need to get hold of those photos. So
Just follow this guy.
Yeah, just follow him. And there's Willow Hayden just gone past us. You'll probably see Andrew Cutman O'Neill knocking about. He's always wearing his proper 12 t-shirts. Bigger brand ambassador for Conor McGregor's whiskey.
Yeah.
And he actually gave me a bottle the other week. Have you tried it, proper 12?
I've never tried that proper 12. No. Maybe against Sahni Titi away, and I might have a little tipple after just to celebrate.
2 wins, 19 defeats, 1 of his 2 wins by knockout. Here is Matar Sambu.
The Senegalese Tiger, it says on his
Good nickname.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Good nickname. Did Thomas Trubber say the nickname, or did he? I don't think he did he?
No, I've just done it for him, I think.
It's a good nickname. It's no Iceman, but it's a good nickname nonetheless. He's taken on Ahmed Akbar, very, very talented former Team GB man. At one point he was #1 seed by the English Boxing Association, and then he decided to turn pro.
Yeah, there's a lot here today in the prospects coming through. Obviously had good amateur backgrounds, box at an high-level amateur.
Well, he's just gone over to the to Pat Barrett's gym. He's at the Collyhurst Moston gym, and I'll tell you what, you can't be a naff fighter to fit in at that gym.
No, you can't. I can imagine you've got to be too young. You're not messing about in that gym, I'd imagine.
I'll tell you, just to work with Pat as well. He's brought quite a few fans with him, Ahmed Akbar.
10 stone, 2 pounds, 5 ounces for Ahmed Akbar.
Very talented, slick fighter.
Yeah.
And as I say, Pat Barrett wouldn't be training him if he wasn't any good. And he doesn't suffer fools lightly, as I found out a few times myself. But it'll be interesting. He's good friends with Hamza Shiraz, who is kind of now leading the way for young British Asian boxers. Amir Khan's now retired, and there's like a new breed coming through, which seems to be spearheaded by Hamza Shiraz. Recently won Young Boxer of the Year as well.
I think he's a couple of weeks after mine into a copper box.
Yeah,
July
correct.
16th.
Well done my job there, well done.
Yeah, I'm going to get myself to that. There's obviously a few fights that I'm quite looking forward to, so I'll get down for that one.
Super welterweight contest.
As you can probably hear, he's brought a few with him. We've heard chants of easy work. Will it be easy work? Can you read much into this, Jason?
They're up for it just as much as he is. Don't know. We'll see how the Senegalese Tiger gets on tomorrow night.
We shall see. Well, let's.
I think he's going to have his hands full somehow, but yeah, we'll see.
It could be a very tough fight for Ahmed Akbar. We shall see. He's certainly brought the fans with him. And I think that concludes our weigh-in coverage. Join us Saturday, 7 o'clock live on BT Sport. And don't forget, later that night, we've got Daniel Dubois. His ring walk is expected at 11:30. No alarm. You don't need to set your alarm, mate.
No alarm, that's fair enough. I could probably catch one before I go to bed as well. So, it's a big chance for him, like I say, as we've spoken. He's got a world chance before Joe Joyce, everyone else. He'll make history as a world heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Donkey promoting. It
will be fun.
Sounds good. It sounds special, doesn't it? Bring that strap back over here, and it'd be nice to get a Dubois undercard as well in future as a world champion.
Yeah, I'll be tuned into that one. I'm sure we'll all be tuned into that one. It sounds like we've still got a couple more fellas here to weigh in, so we're going to have a little look. Raheem Mohammed, big ticket seller from Telford, is 1-0 so far. Let's see how he looks on the scales.
8 stone, 4 pounds, 8 ounces.
What is he, Super-Flyweight?
I think he's at bantamweight. But young man. He's one of those that, he was an amateur, and then the whole COVID hit, right? And amateur boxing clubs, they were sort of they were out of business. And what was Raheem Mohammed supposed to do other than turn pro? He's turned pro, sells a bundle load of tickets.
Yes, there's a few here.
Yeah, he's brought them with him. And we look forward to seeing him at the Telford International Centre tomorrow in front of his home fans. So let's just sort of conclude here, Jason. Give me your predictions, right? Marc Leach, Liam Davies, the main event in Telford. How's it going to go?
I kind of said, look, good luck to both boys. I've not really watched too much of Davies. To be honest, I've seen a bit more of Leach. Obviously, I'm interested in that Bork fight. Like, I'll be interested in the fight tomorrow night. I'll be tuning into that. Davies, obviously, he's gunning for it all, guns blazing. Talking about the power, punching, and possibly stopping Marc. Marc's obviously got a very, very awkward style. Before I'm looking at it, I was going to say Marc Leach.
You're going to go with Marc Leach?
I'm going to be interesting to see. Obviously, the size advantage and stuff like that is with Davies, so we'll see if he can use that.
He's bigger than
to
you.
his advantage. Yeah, he's probably a little bit bigger than me, isn't he? I think he's on his tiptoes, but he's just a touch bigger than me. But I don't know, it's a good fight. It's a 50-50 fight. It's a pick and fight, isn't it? Obviously, they've both been different things at the table. I'm going to say Leach now, but no reason other than it's just what I'm initially thinking right now. So good luck to both boys. Let the best man win.
And what about Khademi and Ahmed then? That's the chief support. Obviously, you haven't seen the first two fights, but what you have seen is them today. You've seen them, get quite intense in the face-off. You've heard what they've had to say. What have you taken from it all?
Sounds like they could come with a different approach, not crash bang wallop. It could be a bit more thinking to it from both of them. Obviously, they both said they're going to see how they come out. It could revert back to a fight. We'll see. My prediction on that one, I'm going to go for another draw.
Another draw? Oh, mate, don't do that to me.
I'm going to do another draw. I'll put that on it. It might be good odds.
They'll be fighting until they're 50.
Well, possibly.
Daniel Dubois, is he going to become the WBA World Heavyweight Champion tomorrow night?
He is. Yeah, I believe he is. I believe it's written. I thought he was boxing brilliantly against Joe Joyce until stoppage. Obviously, that were out of his hands. So, yeah, good luck to Daniel and bring that strap home.
Well, let's get a final look at Ezra Taylor on the scales now. Ezra Taylor, he's not... I don't think they're registering his weight today. He's just doing a couple of photos. Yeah. He's a young light heavyweight coming through. Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's a good talker. I don't know if Farman Jake's going to bring him in, but
he looks the part as well, doesn't he? Very athletic build. Yeah.
Looks the part.
So yeah.
Well, let's have a chat. Ezra, come in. Let's have a chat. Yeah. He said you look the part. I said I know that I've spoke to you before. You talk the part. How you feeling heading into this one? Fight number 2, the third one.
No, third one. Yeah, man. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. There's been a lot of complications in the background. As you can see, my opponent's not here, but I just remain professional. Weigh in tomorrow as well. Be bang on weight. Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
Have you had fights before where your opponent's sort of not there? You don't know what's going to go on. Like, what's it like?
It's the professional game of boxing, isn't it? There's everything happens. It can happen day before, week before, whatever else, hours before. That's just how boxing is. But like you said, you just got to keep your head on it, concentrate on job in hand, what he's got to do, get that victory tomorrow. That's all that counts, isn't it? So just keep professional.
How's it going to go tomorrow night? Are you looking for another knockout? I know you're into your knockouts now, huh?
Yeah, it's nice. But you know what it is? I'm trying to just enjoy it. I'm trying to enjoy the journey. So whatever's there. Whatever's there to get presented, and I'm just going to do it. If there's a knockout there, then cool. But I want to go through the rounds, go through the gears, switch it up. I want to be able to showcase what I am about, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, whatever's there, whatever he presents to me, I'm just going to deal with it in a emphatic fashion.
Wow. I mean, yeah, look, I told you can talk, can't I?
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Ezra, brilliant. Thanks for joining us, and good luck to you tomorrow night. I'm going to go for that.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Nice one, man. Yeah.
Ezra Taylor there, a light heavyweight coming through, fight number 3 tomorrow night in Telford. And that's us, Jason. Thanks for coming down. I mean, I know you're very meticulous in all your planning, so coming to join me today, I'm taking that.
I said inside, but obviously tomorrow night will be a different story. Yeah. I need me rest, got Zalani in 3 weeks' time. 3 weeks' time with me getting weighed in.
Yes.
Exciting.
Not filled in, though.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. We're not having that. I'll be filling my stomach. That's about as much filling that'll be going off. But yeah, it's exciting. 3 weeks to go, and it's my turn.
And it's your turn. Well, thank you, viewers of Queensbury, for joining us today. We are live from 7 o'clock on BT Sport 1 tomorrow night. And then Daniel Dubois, his ring walk against Trevor Bryan is expected at around 11:30. I said this before at the press conference. You don't need the remote all night. You've got British title fights in Telford, and then you've got a World Heavyweight Championship fight from Miami with Don King promoting. We'll see you tomorrow. Jason, any closing words? Anything you want to tell him?
Dev, you've just done it all there. I don't know more to be said, is there? Huh?
Not really. We'll see you next time.
I ain't going to let anyone, no matter what they say or what they think, stop me from doing what I need to do.
he got the easy fights, been on the big platforms, whereas I've done it the hard way, fought for free, out of pocket.
It's a fight that's very controversial, so everyone had their own opinion.
I think I got Khademi overall probably just nicking the contest, but it could go either way.
Ijaz,
Hopefully we get a good punch in and it disables him for that 10 seconds and I defeat him through knockout.